Hey everybody, Mitch English here. All right, big quick question. Anybody in here a bed rotter? You're a bed rotter? For sure. You're admitting that you're a bed rotter. Okay, well, that's a big thing. All right, I can agree with that. What is a bed rotter? And how is it affecting our younger generations? Well, we got to get an expert, and that's why we have Judy Wilkins Smith. She's author and motivational speaker. Judy, thank you, and welcome back to the show. How are you?
Hi, Mitch. It's great to be back with you. You're in my favorite place in the world, so I'm always good.
I love that. Okay, I'm intrigued. Bed rotter. We did a quick survey. Apparently, some know what this is, and some agree that that's what they are. I need to know, what is a bed rotter?
So a bed rotter, and your person is going to correct me if they know something else, but as far as I'm aware, a bed rotter is somebody who gets to burn out. They've had enough. They need the day in bed. They need to lie around. They need to not do anything other than snack perhaps and watch TV, and that's that. And it's almost like what we would have called a mental day or a mental health day, a bed rotter.
I love it. So
doing nothing much.
My generation would call this Ferris Bueller, basically, where he just stays in all day but then makes a big day out of it. Nevertheless, but he made his parents think he was sick. But a bed rotter, so I would love to know the difference between, what is the difference between actually just taking a break and recharging and compared to what a bed rotter is? Because it seems like it's important to have those days. Am I right or wrong?
It's important to have those days. We don't always max them, though. This is the problem. So for me, I know there are bed rotters, and for your person who said, yes, I am one, there's what we call an alternative, which is a bed plotter.
Okay.
And a bed plotter is somebody who's going to lie in bed and they're going to think about, I just need to veg. I just need to not do anything. But at some point, they know they've got to switch back on. Now, you could do the bed rotting where you just sit and do nothing, but you can also do the bed rotting where you sit and think about what got me here right now and what might I want to do. In other words, what needs to stop, what needs to start. So it's almost like a reset. Okay. But a bed plotter means you get to go do the bed rotter thing and really feel productive about it.
Okay, and it seems like the technology that is around you probably needs to be a little absent or maybe not absorb as much, meaning like if you're sitting and watching TV, you're not really concentrating on yourself, or if you're on your phone the entire time, you're not concentrating on yourself. Are there some tools that we could take when we bed plot?
Yes. If you're going to bed plot, really literally just take a pen and a pad, or if you want to do it on your phone, you can take your phone and dictate into that. And it's kind of just stream of consciousness, letting the thoughts flow. I don't want to be doing this anymore. I really don't want to be doing this. I wish I were doing this. Now, it sounds like we're doing from discontent to wishful thinking, but you're not. You're actually identifying what it is that's got you here and needing this in the first place, and doing the reset and going, what do I really want? And if you follow that, you're going to be surprised by the wisdom that you have about yourself and what's important to you.
All right, Judy, as a parent, it seems like this bed rotting starts to kick in their mid-teens, it seems like, I just need to decompress. Gosh, dang, let me lay in bed. But how can we actually motivate our kids, or even Gen Zers altogether?
It's to show them that there's a really big game out there, because I think for a lot of people, they feel like, oh, what's the point?
Yeah.
Well, the point is, once you begin to identify what you don't want, and then you begin to identify what you really do want, that's when the endorphins kick in. You've always got to make the adventure you do want bigger than the adventure that you're stuck in at the moment. So motivating them is what's possible. What do you really want? What would you like to go out and get in the world? And you're going to still have some people who go, well, I don't know. Well, bed rotting's a really good place to start figuring out the I don't know.
And again, I would imagine just taking away the distractions so that they could do that sort of thing. And imagine what I've learned and what I try to preach a lot is that only way you're actually going to grow is to be uncomfortable. So, this kind of goes against a little bit because you're saying bed rotting, and my bed's nice and comfortable. But if I'm uncomfortable in the fact of the way my life is going, how do we break that pattern and then light the spark enough to where I go, all right, I'm going to do an inventory on myself. I'm going to take this time and I'm just going to relax and push everything else. How do I do that for myself? Or for advice for maybe a younger generation?
Right. So what I say to people is, okay, you got the time to veg or bed rot and lie down and do stuff. kind of segment that out into 3 different portions of your bed rotting day.
Okay.
Just lie there and do nothing and let your brain go, phew. And then allow yourself to say, here's what I really don't like in my life at the moment. And write down your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions about that. Because these are patterns that are coming in. And what people don't realize is some of them are inherited patterns. So allow yourself to veg, then you allow yourself to write down what isn't working.
Okay.
And then invite yourself to say, so what do I really want? We don't do that enough. We teach our kids and we teach each other that imagining or dreaming is really a fool's game. It's not. It's the smartest thing you could do.
Yeah.
So when you imagine, that starts to kind of get a bit exciting. And yes, you're going to have to do something with that, but you've ignited the spark and you won't be stuck. This is what I call how to never, ever, 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 ever again be stuck.
I love that. And we all get stuck, and it's, it's actually part of our development is to get stuck. We need to get stuck so that we can figure out a different way of have a solution for that. This and some of the other topics that you cover in your book. Tell us about it. It's called Encoding Your Emotional Blueprint. And where can folks get a copy of that? Okay,
so it's Decoding Your Emotional Blueprint. They can get a copy of it any good bookstore that's around, Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, any of those. And what it does is it shows you why you get into that funk or that space of stuck.
I love that. Yeah.
Stuck is the best place you could be because stuck means I'm now too big for this little box and I've had enough.
All right.
And so the book shows you very carefully how to get out of that. And then it also starts the spark.
Very good. I said encoding. It is Decoding Your Emotional Blueprint. You can go to judywilkins-smith.com to find out more information. Thank you so much. You always have such great insight and everything. I'm not going to just lay around. I'm going to be productive. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Mitch.